Yeah, I mean, Flyers has been the talk of the tournament today. Obviously, the Cinderella story. Looking at this series layout, starting off with Truth Captures the Flag, Rig, Slayer, Plaza Strongholds, Echelon, Ball, and Regret Slayer. Those will be your 5 game types in the losers bracket finals. Get hyped in the chat as we are loading into game number 1. Flyers going up against Envy. I cannot wait to see Pistola and the boys give it their all. And of course, on the other side, Ryan Newman commonly in the squad trying to duke it out. So let's kick things off. Wes, game number 1.
I can't express how important it is for Envy to get off to a hot start, because this Flyers team is coming off this losers bracket run that we talked about briefly. Envy coming off a fresh loss, right? It's about mentally resetting, getting back to the grind, getting on the right step, and getting back to the finals where you'll see Cloud9. We'll see if Envy's capable of it, and who better to start off with than Saiyan.
Yeah, I'm expecting a big series out of Saiyan. In my opinion, he's arguably the best player out of the 8 on the floor right now. So he's going to need to step up and lead his team to victory as he's trying to take down this player. Bottom middle gets help from Ola. 2 members fall for Flyers, but 1 does as well for Envy. Now Envor moving up into the opponent's bubble. Now this is such an important and annoying spot for a player to be in, but unfortunately for Envor, there's 4 players of Envy. Now that's some teamwork if I've ever seen one, as they're trying to cap a quick flag early.
Yeah, look, the flag's already across the map. Ryan, who somehow gets in between all 4 players, can't get the return though. 3 kills come in for Envy, and that's going to be the first cap going on the board. It's Saiyan that punches it in, but like you saw from the observer mode on Envor's screen, it was all of Envy that got the job done there.
Yeah, that's a great start for Envy. You know they're going into this matchup so confident. They want another shot at the champs, Cloud9, waiting the grand final. Does Trippy get the perfect kill? Saiyan gets a stick, so 2 members fall quickly for Flyers. This could be another flag run opportunity. Make that 3 down. Last member is spotted by Saiyan under the base. That's Envor. Saiyan trying to go for the stick, but still gets the melee and trade, so great play out of Saiyan.
Yeah, even the trade is enough to get the job done there. Although there is one more player that apparently spawned under the flag player, and Ola gets a melee. His teammate there to trade it out. Ola gonna play this so patiently, get his shield back, hopefully start to run this flag again, because the coast is clear, baby. They're gonna be able to punch this one in as well, it looks like. Take this game 2-0 in the first 2 minutes.
Yeah, and you said it, Wes. Ola, the veteran, the champion, played that so well and patient, and it paid off for him as the scoreboard reads 2-0 early in game number 1. That hit marker lets Ola know there is an enemy in ping 2. He'll give that call out to his teammate. Meanwhile, tries to help Spartan in front of base, who gets taken down. Commonly soars in, takes on Ola as well. So a bunch of members fall. Looks like a little bit of light for the first time on the side of Flyers, as they're trying to run a flag of their own.
What a big kill by Trippy there. Last guy alive, needs to stall the flag run. Gets the 1 kill on the flag carrier before he can drop down below the base. Because of it, the rest of Envy able to get up off their spawn, denied the counter cap opportunity that Flyers was going to have. Not only that, commonly gets shut down with camo right there. So Envy, comfortably with a 2-0 lead, can start to regain map control.
Yeah, and it's just such a good feeling knowing you're up 2-0, having that cushion. You don't want to let your foot off the gas, but it is really relieving to know you have a bit of that cushion as we're hopping on board with Super CC. Envor, his teammate running the flag, takes down Saiyan. Now Super CC in an important battle top middle. He needs to stay alive here. It's such an important vantage point as your team is trying to capture the flag. And looking at this, Envor able to make it home and punches it in 2-1. Team Flyers is on the board.
Great job by Flyers to contain all of Envy cars out of the map there. It was Super CC that had to stay alive top middle and just hold the angle and make sure that they can't push. He did a phenomenal job. Envor able to get the flag across. Now they got 1 on the board themselves.
Hopping on board with I Got Your Pistola. Gets a nice grenade and double kill on Super CC. Now he's going to move up to that top middle as 3 members fall for Flyers. 3 members down for Envy as well. It's a 1v1 commonly versus Ola. But Ola chooses to kind of divert, and unfortunately there's spawners in the bubble that take him down. So now we're on board with his teammate Saiyan. It looks like right now his mindset should just be a little bit of defense, as his teammates are kind of dropping like flies. So a little bit of danger for Envy as the members of Flyers are pushing in.
Yeah, but 2 go down. Ola, Trippy, they both find kills in the kill feed, and because of it, they create a little bit of space. They allow Envy to get out of their base, which is what Saiyan was trying to do. Wait for his teammates to spawn, and those were the teammates that were going to have to make the plays. Trippy, Ola, they did their job, and now look at Envy. They're on the aggressive.
Two members fall for Flyers, but Trippy goes down as well. Saiyan trying to look for the third and gets turned on a little bit commonly. And look at this, Spartan trying to get that third and final flag cap. It's a little bit of a scrappy play, but it looks like it's working out for them as Ola's got some help. Running in the third flag cap is I Got Your Pistola, and he doesn't get it. It's right on the cap point, and there you have it. It was a little bit scary, but Team Envious win game number 1, 3-1 against Flyers.
Great flag run there by Spartan at the end. They relayed it perfectly to Ola. A little bit of a interesting situation at the end when the flag goes just past. It always gets a little sketchy, you know, but they're able to punch that in, and that's the dominant performance. If you want Envy to get back to the finals and compete against Cloud9, that's the kind of performance you need to see at the start of this series. Envy showing you why they won a spot in that finals.
Looking at the scoreboard, look who had the most damage dealt and the highest accuracy. It's I Got Your Pistola. Of course, his teammates were right there with him. Trippy and Pistola dropping 11 kills apiece, and their teammates, Spartan and Sane, getting those assists for them. So overall, great team effort out of the red squad of Envy. And if you're Flyers, Game 2, you got to win this. You go down 2-0 right now, it's going to be almost impossible to reverse sweep this Envy squad, but we saw them do it against Sentinels, so I can't count them out all the way.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's what I thought against Sentinels, and they were able to do it, so I'm not ever going to rule this team out because they've proven that they can come back.
Game over.
But this Envy team, they're playing well. So you definitely don't want to go down 2-0 because something about this team tells me that they want another shot at Cloud9. They want to make that finals interesting. Flyers, you have to show that you're not capable of just upsetting some of the best teams in the world, that you belong amongst them, that you can consistently compete with them. And this is one of those series that's going to make or break one of those facts, right? Like, yes, you can create the single upset, but can you create multiple upsets to find yourselves in a finals and an opportunity to win this thing? This game 2 is a pivotal story in that storyline. Let's hop on board with Rig.
The Rig Team Slayer, that sniper rifle is going to give some highlight plays. I know it. You got the camouflage as well. Keep your eyes open for the plays that people like Saiyan and Ryan Noob are going to be trying to make with that camouflage. You know Ryan Noob is one of the sneakiest players in Halo's history, so I hope we get to watch him make some camo plays. Hopping on board with Saiyan in game number 2 of your losers bracket finals. He burns camouflage. I'm not sure if he was able to burn it or if it's still up, but he goes down as Super CC gets a kill on Trippy, now on board with Envor. Good start for the boys on Flyers, 3-0.
Yeah, he was able to burn that camo, but the 3-0 start with commonly with the snipe, he's been doing work with the snipe all day. So who's better of hands than commonly right now to find the snipe if you're a Flyers fan right now? 4-0, so perfect start to the game. You don't have to worry about a camo player right now. A little bit of a interesting situation commonly finds himself in because he wants to find a position that's safely to snipe, but he knows that there's a player that's spawning back bunker. Does he know that that player just spawned there though? Because he's about to get sandwiched.
Yeah, unfortunate timing for commonly, but great no-scope to try to get out of harm's way. But he goes down to Spartan. That's that timing you talk about in these first-person shooters. As we're on board with Spartan, he has a sniper rifle, having an amazing tournament so far today. Spartan the dog showing off to the community that he is one of the top slayers in the game. 2 members fall for Flyers as the game is all tied up now, 5-5 after starting off 5-0. Envy, good run of kills.
Yeah, right now, Spartan was given an opportunity on this Envy team to showcase what he has, potentially win this whole thing with the substitute position. He's also given an opportunity here with the snipe in hands to take his team in a 2-0 lead here in the losers bracket finals. We'll see what he's capable of.
Working with his teammates, Saiyan. There's a scattershot player that goes down after a trade. Now Spartan looking for the double kill on Pistola, but Ola not going to give it up for free. He manages to stay alive and get out of there somehow, and Trippy gets a kill on Super CC. So 2-kill lead after a rough start for Envy, and Spartan still got a bit of ammo to work with in the sniper rifle. Yeah,
there's a camo coming up here in about 20 seconds. I like Spartan's positioning. He needs to stay alive, maybe even fall back to an anchoring position with this snipe because this camo could really change the outcome. Unfortunately, Spartan gets pushed and Ryan takes him down. Even though he eats a body shot from that snipe, he's going to help his team secure this camo.
And it may not seem like it, but that little series of events was so game-changing. They were able to take out the sniper and also secure camo without giving up any lives. And now they have a 2-kill lead, and they're on the aggression right now. As Super CC with camo and grenades, unfortunately, gets taken down by a sneaky Spartan, the dog. So great play out of Spartan, but overall, a good job by Flyers there as they now have a 4-kill lead.
What a patient play by Spartan to bait his teammate back Carbine, hoping that the camo player would expose himself. He's able to trade 1-for-1 with that camo player, so the camo story doesn't impact the situation too far. So even though Envy did have a big blunder of letting Flyers get control of the middle of the map and secure that camo, Spartan was able to make a play by himself basically to shut that down. Great job by him to keep his team in this in the mid game.
That new sniper rifle has respawned West. It's going to be really important for either of these teams to try to lock it down, as no one has able to pick it up just yet. You see Sane here in this white corner trying to get some information for his teammates, puts down some shots on CC, but there's 3 members of Flyers here. I don't know if he knows it's a player sitting on that ledge, and great coordination out of Flyers as commonly pushes just in time. Ryan Noob does as well. Envor able to infiltrate, and now Flyers is on the aggressive once again, but unfortunate for Envor, not able to find many kills with that scatter shot. Found a little bit out of place, but Super CC with the headshot on Saiyan. Look at the scoreboard, 7-kill lead for the boys of Flyers, trying to tie up this series.
Absolutely. Flyers was down 2 kills before the last camo came up. They've extended their lead now to 7. An unbelievable job by them to rotate, get the camo secure, get the snipe secured. They're doing a phenomenal job of controlling power-ups and power weapons as best they can. CC goes down with that sniper. It's going to be Spartan the Dog once again to shut down the power weapon player. What else can he do?
Yeah, I don't think he was able to pick up the sniper, so it's still down bottom BR somewhere. We'll see if any player ends up picking it up, hopping on board with Trippy, runs into Envor, who takes him down. Now, good lead for Flyers, doing everything right so far in this game. Now, Envor working together with his teammate here on that scatter shot. That's going to be Super CC. Envor trying to provide some cover fire, but he chooses to back down, and I think the game's going to slow down a little bit right here, Wes, as if you're Flyers, you have no reason to make a dumb push.
What happened with the last camo? Either Commonly has it or it was burned. I can't tell, and Commonly actually does have it, so it might seem like the game's going to slow down, but as soon as Commonly can find an opening, this game is going to speed right back up. Look for Flyers to get a pick here from Commonly's point of view, and then the rest of the team's going to follow right suit.
Who commonly gets spotted with the camouflage after only getting 1 kill, so not the best use of that invis, but still a 7-kill lead as Ryan Noob and Super CC are working Tower 1 and Tower 2. Envor gets a kill on the other side, and right there with Super CC, 2 members fall for Envy as this game is getting more and more out of hand as Flyers are getting closer and closer to that 50-kill mark. Envor takes down Ola, and they have the inside control right now in complete power positioning for the boys of Flyers.
I mean, look at the space Commonly was able to create with that camo. That's the story that was told. Yes, he went 1-for-1, but he got so much, he got a kill and so much information about where the other team was, and then the rest of his team collapsed. They have this 9-kill lead that as long as they trade from here on out, they're going to win this game very comfortably. So plays like that, that's a winning recipe.
10 seconds to sniper
On
rifle.
board with Pistola. Sniper rifle spawning in about 5 seconds as Ola runs into the player tower, takes care of him. Commonly goes down. Ola, nice kill and manages to stay alive. Runs into another engagement right here. Pistola, sneaky as that player runs Tower 1, but he doesn't even worry about it. Sane is there to pick him up, 28-37. Pistola in a battle. Whitehall commonly gets the better of him that time, leaving Trippy in a compromised position as he falls as well. So not able to put a strong string of kills together is this Envy squad, and if they're going to try to win this game, it's got to be right now.
I mean, the lead's extended to 11, and not only that, Super CC once again has the snipe. It feels like every camo, every snipe has gone in the direction of Flyers for the most part, and Super CC on a killing spree now, ripping the head off of a player top snipe, extends this lead to 12.
Super CC misses the headshot by an inch. Now he's going to opt to move towards the back carbine side, get some different angles. Commonly by himself, he's got to be careful, not give up free kills right now. You have a comfortable lead, you want to keep it. It's a good job by him staying alive, and Envor on that kill feed, getting a kill of his own. Super CC with a nice double kill. So 3 members fall for Envy. They're all going to be spawning in that back bunker. I'm curious if Flyers are going to be aggressive here or just play their position, and it looks like they're going to do the latter as Super CC looking for some cheeky angles.
He unzooms at the exact second Saiyan jumps up. He read the play perfectly. He just didn't give it enough time to develop. But right now, up 12 kills. He's doing a phenomenal job just anchoring for his team, cleaning up the kills that he can. And with it, allowing his team to get back in this series, it's going to look like with 4 more kills now, FLYERS is going to tie this series up 1-1.
Yeah, this is a great answer by this FLYERS team. You know, they got beat pretty handily in game number 1, and to come out like this, swinging in game 2, shows the heart they've been playing with all day today on board. Commonly, good shots against Saiyan, wins that engagement, gets a double kill, 50 to 35, and that will do it in game number 2, and this series is all tied up.
I honestly think for a team like FLYERS to beat a team like Envy, the objectives are going to be tough. So when you're talking about the layout of a best of 5, Slayers are so important, and so winning that Slayer in a dominant fashion gets them right back in the driver's seat of this series, right? You steal one objective, you win both Slayers, you can walk away into the finals. That's the recipe for success right now.
Looking at the scoreboard, even though Rhino was only at 10 kills, he had the most damage by far on his team, so big plays out of everyone on FLYERS. Of course, Super CC having a game himself, so like you said, Wes, those Slayers are so important, especially if you're the overwhelming underdog in the series. You gotta make sure you win those game 2s because they'll help keep you in the series. Now, looking at the replay, Super CC was putting on a clinic in the early and final stages of this game with the sniper rifle. We saw him get a killing spree headshot right there, and this was so important because the only chance that Envy had to potentially make a comeback was right there, and Super CC just shuts it down with a headshot and cleanup. So overall, very, very good plays out of everyone on FLYERS. They're commonly getting those clean shots, another double kill, and that game was over 50 to 35.
Yeah, I think everybody on everybody on FLYERS doing their job there, right? They did the damage to make that double kill so easy for CC. He had to look over and shoot 2 bullets, get 2 kills. It's like, how can we trade? Once you get that kind of a lead, 9-10 kill lead, and you're over the 40 kill mark, like your mindset can shifts to do damage, make it a tradable situation for one of my teammates, and let's move on, right? You're not trying to go 1 for 0 every time. 1 for 1s are good when you have that kind of a lead. So a phenomenal job by all of FLYERS to force Envy to kind of overextend if they were going to have any opportunity to come back, and with that overextension, it let them out for dry. They're able to get the picks in that game the way they should, tie the series up, and now we're looking at a Plaza Strongholds for game 3.
Yeah, I was gonna say this Plaza Strongholds is gonna say a lot, I think, for this series. If we see FLYERS come out swinging and get an early lead in this, that'll be big for them. But Envy, I'm sure, is really upset right now, even dropping a game as they're itching to get back in that grand final. So it's gonna be the clash of the Titans right now, Wes, as we're loading into game number 3.
It'll be interesting to see if Envy can change the story that was just told with the power-ups and power weapons here for Plaza, right? Because last game, it really felt like they were on their back heels whenever Camo was coming up, when Snipe was coming up. You saw CC had multiple snipes. Camo typically was in the hands of FLYERS the entire game, if not burned. So Envy can't just give up everything and expect to win this series. FLYERS is too good of a team. Yes, Envy, I would say, are still your favorites, but don't let that fool you. The story can change very quickly when you're playing against players that are invisible or have better weapons than you, so Envy needs to get on top of that. Saiyan, already trying to primarily focus on this Camo that's top middle on screen. Kind of left out for dry by his teammates in this situation, but Camo's still being up. He's just trying to figure a way to bait it, but no, the pressure from FLYERS comes through.
Yeah, great start for FLYERS and good opening strategy there, instantly capturing Nest and that bottom middle. Gets control early and commonly has that camouflage, almost stays alive on the silo, but good job Envy taking him down as 3 members are bottom middle trying to quickly convert this stronghold in their favor, and they do so successfully. Now they're going to try to head over towards that Nest and recapture it, maybe go for the swap from Nest to that yard stronghold. You want to hold that Nest in bottom middle as much as you can. Of course, a triple cap is so deadly.
Trippy with the shotgun in hand in the snipe stronghold. Can he get one? He gets an assist. He gets the second, and that's 4 dead for FLYERS. It's a trip cap early on for Envy.
This triple cap is already in effect, and Trippy's in a great spot to hold it as he has a perfect flank on 2 players spawning, and they both fall courtesy of Ola and Trippy. Now triple cap is still happening, and they are aware of the spawns, right? And you're already trying to check that bottom snipe lift. There is a player sitting there according to those outlines, and also, of course, just players in blue. So let's see what Envy does to hold this trip cap.
Love the positioning from Trippy here with the light rifle. Going to have a perfect opportunity to compete with the snipe stronghold, be able to rotate to bottom middle if that's the case. But because he loses that teammate top snipe, he's not going to probably contest this for too long. He's going to get the information, back up, and keep the 2 strongholds in his team's favor, hopefully. He does get taken out, so that's a big kill from FLYERS, but FLYERS still holding on for dear life.
Yeah, 2 big kills from FLYERS right there as Saiyan walks into his death as well. Now leaving Pistola with that shotgun. He is 1 shot, but... And there we see FLYERS converting bottom middle as well. So good little attempt at them to stop the bleeding right now. And an unfortunate grenade as Pistola catches that one. Super CC with the green gun opts to back up. He knows his team's got a couple strongholds. He's just, he's just trying to kind of close this gap and make this a closer game right now. No need to make any aggressive plays that you don't need to.
Well, what's important is the next camo that's coming up. It was so late the first time it came around that these players are kind of stuck in this situation where camo's typically up, so they're trying to control the map at that high minute mark, but it's about halfway through. You see it's still up on onboard screen. He's going to be in a position to try and go for it, but getting shot from bottom middle, he can't get away with his life. I believe he does burn it, and once again, camo not going to be a factor. Actually, CC snuck throughout that entire time, able to get this hop in the bottom middle stronghold. So now we see signs of life from FLYERS once again on the back of a power up or power weapon.
3 players were spotted by CC, and the 4th member of Envy able to sniff him out and get the trade. That's a Saiyan. Great job by him, as that camo player could have been a big problem, but Saiyan with those eagle eyes able to spot him. Now commonly trying his best to defend bottom middle, and he is able to successfully do so. So good little stretch right here by FLYERS after a strong start Envy put on.
Yeah, they're going to need to continue this, though, because they're still down 16 points. So they're doing a phenomenal job of weathering the storm that Envy threw at them early. They're going to have to play at a very high level for the rest of the game because of the mistakes they made early on.
Your team.
Yeah, now Envy does have control once again, commonly opting to get in this stronghold immediately, and his teammate Rhino is there for support. 3 members are going to be on the driveway right here, so this could be a big opportunity for FLYERS, as 4 members could fall for Envy. Two members already fall. There's the 3rd one, so great engagement for Envy. Final member right there. 4 players fall for Envy. Great engagement for FLYERS, excuse me, as they're able to convert that bottom middle stronghold back in their possession.
Yeah, the bait and switch around that Prius was pretty beautiful from FLYERS. It had to be done on the fly, but that you could just see the teamwork and the comfortability of them, knowing who's being focused, knowing how much damage you can take before getting out of the fight, and then rejoining it when it's time. That's why FLYERS was able to win that exchange so heavily, and because of it, they're being rewarded with some points.
Look at the scoreboard, 54-43. This one is extremely close. Commonly is still on fire. Takes down Spartan the dog now. Staying alive, 1 shot bottom middle. Gets his shields, loops back around. And once again, Commonly is just the king of bottom middle right now. He is just completely going in such sporadic, taking such sporadic routes and throwing off the Envy roster. I love the way he's playing. He knows his team's got to scrap together some time, and he's doing exactly that as the scoreboard is almost all tied up. It looks like Envy is going to convert some of these strongholds now, though, as they've won that engagement and have map control.
Lost the lead.
Not so sure who's winning this engagement right now. It looks like FLYERS was still able to win that snipe fight and still hold that bottom mid stronghold, getting the reset. And because of it, FLYERS with a ton of unanswered points right now. Envy struggling to come up with an answer on how they're going to regain control of the map. It's been almost 2 minutes straight of FLYERS controlling the inside.
Yeah, you were totally correct right there, Wes. I was under the impression that Envy was going to be able to rotate and get one of those strongholds, but FLYERS shut that down as they are still now they have a triple cap, and they cannot even convert the nest as Commonly flanks Trippy for the assassination, and the trip cap is in full effect right now. This is an insane run by FLYERS as they have almost blown this game open now. Triple cap and a 20-point lead and counting.
I mean, what Envy did to Flyers at the start, that's what Flyers is doing right now to Envy. They flipped it on their head completely. Pair that with a couple of other strongholds along the way, and now 83 points, the trip cap and counting. Envy has to do something now.
This is so scary for this Envy roster. Flyers has been on fire all day, and they are continuing their run. 91-54, still a triple cap. Super CC opting to leave bottom middle and go protect this Nest stronghold. He does have a teammate behind him in that lift area, so he will be able to work together with Ryan Noob. And look at that perfect play. Ryan Noob playing it so patiently right there on the lift, knowing that CC will bait the player perfectly. And there you have it, folks.
Game over. Victory.
Flyers wins your game number 3 handedly, 100-54, and that was, dare I say, a dominant victory out of Flyers, and now they are in the driver's seat in this series.
Yeah, and looking at the score, 154 isn't as dominant as that game actually was, because Envy got off to such a hard start. They had the trip cap early on. Look at it, it's 50-33 right now, and all of a sudden these are the last points that we ever see Envy get right here in this bottom mid stronghold for right now. When this thing ticks to 54, goodbye Envy. You could have put your controllers down, because that was the last time you were ever in control of 2 strongholds with 7 minutes and 55 seconds. Like, that was 70 unanswered points.
Oh my god,
from Flyers, and it was in dominant fashion. These guys, not only is the teamwork on, but these guys individually are all playing at such a high level that they can give anybody in the world a run for their money, and I think they're going to prove that by making it to the finals here.
Yeah, and it just shows in their POV. Like, they're so confident, right? Like, they're taking every battle and they're winning all their engagements, all their 1v1s. They're hitting, they're making their jumps. They're working together. I would love to hear their comms in the game too, but Flyers putting on a show here today in your losers bracket finals. They lead the series against Envy 2-1, and they're 1 game away from being in the grand finals of this $30,000 Sentinel send-off tournament. So big game 4 coming up, ladies and gentlemen. Echelon Oddball. And if Ryan Noob's on your team, you got a pretty good shot at winning an oddball game. And worst case scenario, you got that coin flip, Regret Slayer game 5. So what do you think, Wes? We're going to go to a game 5 here, or is Flyers going to close it out in game 4?
I don't think Envy gets punked like this. There's no way, right? But Flyers is just playing at such a high level right now. They have so much momentum. I think we're going to see a game 5, but what Flyers done so far today has just been nonstop surprised me. So I could be wrong once again.
Yeah, and I just want to give props once again to commonly Super CC Envor, and of course their substitute for today, Ryan Noob. Starting off the day, they take out Pittsburgh Knights in a game 5, go down 2-0 early in the lowers bracket against Sentinels, and reverse sweep Sentinels. That alone is so crazy. Go on to sweep KC Pioneers, and now they're up 2-1 against Envy. This is a Cinderella story if I've ever seen one, and these guys are playing out of their minds as we are loading in to game number 4 of your losers bracket finals. Flyers against Envy, Echelon Oddball.
Man, wouldn't it be a story for Flyers to try and win this whole thing? But this losers bracket finals, it is not done yet. They are going against some of the most veteran players in the game nowadays. I mean, we're talking Pistola, Trippy. Like, those guys have so much tournament experience up until this point in their career that they've been down 2-1 in the series before. They've been down in the losers finals before, so they know what it takes to turn this ship around, get it set right. But I have to see more out of Saiyan. Saiyan's that player on their team that can take over and just dominate. I feel like he's had a very quiet series up until this point. We'll see if this is the game where he breaks loose.
We will see indeed. And of course, Saiyan throughout the HCS Halo 5 Pro Series is playing with Boo Boo Dubu and Falcator and Inconceivable. Now actually playing with 3/4 of his team. So we will need to see him step up with this group as he chooses to push towards that camouflage to start this game off. Gets taken out early by Super CC. So Camo might go in favor of the boys on Flyers. And it looks like the kills are going in their favor as well. On board now, trying to stay alive bottom near this Pelican as we're hopping on board with Rhino. Camouflage still up though, Wes, so no team has gotten it yet.
There are 3 members for Envy making their way out there, so they were able to shut down Sam, but it was only a matter of time. And who better to find this camo than Pistola? You know how smart this player has been throughout his career with the plays that we've seen him make. Lets the game come to him at all times. He's got this camo in his hands. Let's see if he can make the right read.
2 members fall for Flyers, which kind of gives more opportunity to a camo player, right? So now Ola can take a breath, know that he has more options because there's not as much chaos going on. Ola now opts to get that kill on Commonly, chooses to back down. Hopefully he can stay alive as he is one shot with camouflage. Does get spotted, but cuts the corner just in time, able to provide some teamwork with Saiyan, who takes down Ryan Noob. So the Wizard making Wizard plays, and now perfect shots on Super CC. I got your Pistola, putting on a show.
Yeah, when Pistola's team needs him most, he's going to step up, and that's what Pistola was just able to do with that camo. He's still alive, able to finish this teammate assist right there, and picks up the ball himself. So he's going to be doing it all right now. He's got the slays, he's got the ball in hand, but for how long? Because you see multiple players outside by Pelican. Luckily, Saiyan there to shut one of them down, potentially allow Envy to extend this lead.
Yeah, and even in that game 3 on Plaza, West, we saw Envy come out strong and have a pretty definitive lead to start the game. So similar to this game, let's see if they can actually hold it and be consistent throughout the game as we're on board with Trippy. Him and his team have a nice formidable lead right now, 43-8 and counting. Saiyan takes down Ryan Noob. Trippy spots a player bottom Pelican, opts to leave him alone and work together with his teammate. But that player could come back to haunt him. That's Envor. Trippy though has some help from his teammate, so this should be an easy engagement as 2 members fall for each side. Make that 3 for Envy. This is the last player alive. That is Trippy. He's gonna need to try to take care of the ball player, but ball does end up trading. That's Ryan Noob.
So that could have been a lot worse, and it could have been a lot better for Trippy, but I guess it ends out just being a neutral trade. It looks like his teammates got the favorable spawns towards that ball on the inside of the map. That's going to be an opportunity for them to potentially get some ball time. On the other hand, camo is a little bit late, but it is coming up, and that's why you see Pistola say, I'm ignoring where the ball is. I'm going to go towards that. He was able to do so much work with the earlier camo that you know he has his mindset on trying to secure this second one.
Pistola with the green gun. He is taken down to 1 shot. Hopping on board now with Ryan Noob, who has the new camouflage. A good switch onto the player with camo, and that's Ryan Noob. I love watching him play with camo. He's so sneaky and always makes some very interesting plays. Able to beat down Trippy there. His team is in quite a hole right now, so Ryan Noob's going to need to be the catalyst for them to start coming back, as that deficit is scary. But they do have that 2-1 series lead. Ryan Noob now picking up the oddball. Doesn't have teammates or enemies around him now, so he's going to get swarmed sooner or later.
Absolutely, and Trippy right in his face through the door, able to take down Ryan before any significant time is built up. Right now, 51 points separates these two teams from having a game 5 or being in the finals themselves. Flyers, you would have wanted to see Ryan do a little bit more with that camo, but he was given a tough situation, and that was 4 fresh dead for Flyers for a brief second as Saiyan gets the last of them. This is where Envy could break the game open.
And these rockets will be so important, spawning in about 10 seconds. Envy has complete control of the top side of the map right now. You see Saiyan running around getting kills, but Ola does go down, so this is a really important fight right here as his ball player and the rockets will be spawning. Great job by Trippy dropping the ball and providing the support and now picking up the rockets. So Envy looking great in this game number 4. Saiyan does go down. Trippy, though, good job not taking too much damage with his own rocket and takes down Commonly, picks up the ball.
A beautiful thrust back to get that kill, secure some ball time, make it about 10 seconds. Hopefully he drops his ball, gets this rocket kill. Somehow Super CC just ignores the fact that this player with an indicator over his head is coming at him, and because of it, pays for it with his life. 75 points now separates these two teams. Once again, a camo goes in control of Flyers, but if Envy does a good job of shutting this down, it's going to be very difficult for them to win this game.
On board now with Commonly. Got the camouflage. Throws the grenade and gets some, almost gets an easy kill on Saiyan, but Saiyan so sneaky gets away. Commonly still very, very patient right now. 2 members fall for Envy. Now you see Ryan pick up the ball. Commonly really hasn't had to do too much with this camo. He is playing his role correctly right now, but mind you, Ryan unfortunately runs into Saiyan. Commonly does pick up that kill, so not going to be able to do too much out of this camouflage, and honestly wasn't even too much of his own fault, as I think Envy played that situation really well. Yeah, I would have liked to see Commonly play a little bit more aggressive. He kind of let his teammates take all the damage and end up trading before he was ever able to impact the fight, right? Like, that put him in such a tough situation there where he just got collapsed. Fortunately for Flyers fans, they're able to slay out 3 fresh dead. The ball, I believe,
still on the inside of the map. They are currently in control, but they have so much work to do if they want to cut into this deficit and make this a close game. Rockets come up in 14 seconds, so there is potentially a power swing there, but right now FLYERS hasn't shown that they can hold a setup for more than about 15-20 seconds.
Ball incoming.
Rocket launchers on the
Saiyan
field.
picks up the fresh Rockets, team leading by about 80 seconds right now, so they're sitting good. Free kill right there for Saiyan, picking up Ryan Noob, who was sprinting for that oddball. But Saiyan says, sit down. This is my ball. You aren't getting it. Now he has the Rockets out once again. Still has one to work with.
We have the ball.
Trying to provide some support for his team, who does have the oddball setup.
Gonna push this player. Nice rocket gets him that kill with the melee attached, and every second that Envy gets is closer to 150. They need less than 25 points at this point. FLYERS, feeling the pressure of that score going against them, is going to try and be forced to push the ball. The ball player catches the ball in the air, but unfortunately it was already on a direction to go off the map, and because of it, a member of FLYERS goes with that ball. Ryan did with camo, trying to force another play. Like, with 19 seconds is all Envy needs. Ryan Noob has got to have so much pressure on his back right now to make a play with this camo that it could lead him to a very bad spot.
Yeah, and good job there by Trippy, forcing Ryan to kind of push him and at least get a melee on him. But Ryan Noob not under any duress after that engagement, able to get out of there with the oddball. 80-second deficit, only 50 points on the board. But having camouflage is a good start as Ryan Noob puts down some shots. He will get spotted here, though. Nice awareness out of Ryan, able to make a couple players' life miserable on Envy. Takes them both down. Commonly, of course, gets one of his own, but finally Ola able to take down Ryan, and the ball still in the hands of FLYERS, trying to make the scoreboard at the end of the day not look so bad. But man, this is going to be a tough game to win if you're FLYERS.
Great rotations here from Commonly to just get as much ball time as he can. Unfortunately, with the way the score is looking, FLYERS is going to need to get a set of slays like 3 or 4 times in a row for them to come back in this game. They haven't shown that they're capable of that yet here on Echelon Ball. Fortunately, though, FLYERS able to be right on top of that ball as it reset, bring it over towards Rockets. So right now, the rotations, they're in FLYERS' favor. They're starting to learn how to get away with the ball and rack up some of this time. The deficit now just over 70 points.
Yeah, it might be too little too late, though, as Saiyan gets a double kill with the rocket launcher, looking for the triple. The player that is on board chooses to jump off the map, so 3 members fall for FLYERS. Saiyan able to get away. No, he's not with the oddball, but his teammate is there to scoop it up. I'd imagine that FLYERS has one more push in them to try to get this ball player off the map, and there you see him play the ball. So Trippy jumps off the map with the ball. His team only needs 13 more seconds to win this game, so this should just be a all-out bum rush for that ball bottom middle, and let's see how it plays out.
Yeah, Envy just literally has so many win conditions right now. They're just kind of desperating for the ball, making it so difficult, continuing to play it. And FLYERS, they're losing their ability to have win conditions in this game with every second that ticks off this clock, because not only are they down 60 seconds right now, there's 3 minutes left, so they need a third of the time in this game if they want to win.
Saiyan showing off his pistol skills with a nice double kill now. The triple kill, Ryan Noob backs down, doesn't want any part of that as Saiyan does go down. Ryan Noob playing his life well, taking out Trippy as well. So 2 members fall for Envy. Not completely out of the woods just yet, but it's going to be extremely perfect Halo if FLYERS wants to win this game. Spartan now runs into Super CC, help of his teammate, but Ryan Noob still takes him down. Saiyan there to clean up the kill. So 12 more seconds for this Envy roster, but it seems like they've been kind of stagnant and just stalling out for the last minute or two.
Yeah, every second that ball remains on the ground is a second against FLYERS right now. Envy is just literally playing defense. They have the ball in hand for the moment, just 5 seconds needed, but every second, like I said, that FLYERS is no longer holding on the ball is going to be a second that pressures them into forcing them to make a play. Ryan is going to play his life out here with this oddball. This is a very difficult spot to hold down for a long period of time, so I don't think that we're going to see FLYERS' ability to contain this setup. And like that, 3 dead immediately. Super CC needs to get here to watch this incoming ball, because you know someone on Envy is going to be there to pick it up. They are 47, 48, 49. We're going to a game 5, Basil.
Wait a second. Somebody on the blue team was able to pick that ball up, so it's not over. There it is. I got your pistola with the final second, and yes, we are going to a game number 5. in the Sentinels 30,000 send-off tournament losers bracket finals right now. What's better than a game 5, Wes?
Not much, man. That's where players make names. That's where players make careers, right? Those are the moments that you remember as a player. The games you either take control of and you never forget, or the games that if you had a time machine, you go back and play that one again.
Game number 5. All the chips are on the table, and it's a regret Team Slayer, if I'm not mistaken. So it's going to be very interesting, but we have the highlights right here from game number 4. This game was all about Envy. They got the lead early, and they never looked back. They controlled the camos. They controlled the rockets for the most part, and overall, their rotations were on point. Like you said, throughout the game, Wes, it seemed like any setup that Flyers had was maximum 10, 15, maybe 20 seconds, but anytime Envy got a setup, they were able to hold it for a significant chunk of time, and now they have pushed the series to a game 5, and I'm so excited.
It's going to be Regret Slayer, and that's going to be one of those game types that's probably dictated by the overshield. There's not a ton of power weapons, not a ton of things used other than the pistol on Regret Slayer. So those overshields going to be crucial. And right now, Flyers has shown us that they primarily are going to dominate that power-up story. So it's about what is Envy going to do to change that 4 games into a series.
Enemy has the ball.
That final second, Pistola made quick work of it, and going into game 5, it's gonna be, I mean, I'm interested to see who wins that opening start, because I feel like half the times the Regret Slayer map plays out, the team that wins the start just snowballs it and gets like a 10-kill lead. You know, other times it's kind of a trade and it's an even game, so we'll see what side of the coin this matchup brings to us, but I'm expecting it to be a nail-biter through and through. I am interested to see who gets that first overshield off the start, though.
Yeah, to me, Regret, it's like Halo 5's competitive set's smallest map for Slayer, right?
For sure,
because of that, you're able to rotate so quickly. So once you get 4 dead on Regret Slayer, you're able to fly across the map and apply pressure on the enemy team spawn so quickly and trap them in that base so well at a high level that games can tend to snowball. So don't be surprised about how fast-paced this game is about to be. And if one team can get complete control, look for them to take control.
Let's go. Get hyped up. Game number 5 of the losers bracket finals. Winner of this matchup will be playing against Cloud9. Renegade and the boys are waiting right now, but let's load in. Overshield on the map. You have a green gun, you have the plasma caster, and you have 8 players trying their hardest to win at this game. Hopping on board to start things off. I want to get it started with Pistola if we can. See what I Got Your Pistola, the wizard, has in store for us. Goes bottom middle with a couple of his teammates, as does Flyers. The all-out fight for the overshield has begun. Pistola loses his teammate Spartan. Ryan Noob gets a kill of his own. So he gets a double kill, actually. 3-0 start for Flyers. Make that 4-1 and overshield in the hands of Commonly. What a start for Flyers.
Beautiful job. Commonly gets the first pick. He's rewarded not only with the kill, but his team gets control bottom middle. He gets the overshield. Now he has these players trapped at car. Did they know he's there? They do now. All 4 members of Envy trap car side of the map. That is not where you want to be. And because of it, the slaughter is on. It's about to be an 8-1 game right now. Faisal, let's go Flyers.
And this is what I was talking about at the start of the game, Wes. You never know with the Regret Slayer. It could just start off in a snowball manner. An 8-1 lead for Flyers in game number 5. Ryan Noob is shooting 3 plasma casters, getting him information with those hit markers. Gets a little bit over ambitious there and costs his life there. Now his team is a little bit compromised. Envor has to back up. Ryan Noob spawning will be important because he could provide a pinch opportunity, but it looks like some of the slays are evening out, more so in the side of Flyers if Envor can get that kill. But 10-4, so a bit of a swing there for Envy, trying to make sure this game doesn't blow open early.
A wingman for Envor. That means he's got 5 assists already in the first minute of the game. That's an incredible statistic. You know he's doing the damage. But to your point, Ryan Noob, if he was able to stay alive, if he doesn't go down there, Flyers could have continued this lead. They still have control of the map, it seems, but the damage could have been so much more. We'll see if they're able to weather that death and still continue to dominate this game. 13-4 is a beautiful place to be, but you want to make sure you're not giving away free lives.
Yeah, and this was such an important scenario for FLYERS. They had everyone on Envy trapped in blue, and they almost had the advantage and gave it up right there as Envy showing their experience, showing their skill set. They're able to be patient and break their way out of that setup. Super CC, though, with a turn and stick on Pistola. What a big play as Ryan on the kill feed as well. Spartan able to get some perfect shots to take him down, but 8-point game, and we're already 16 points in. 16 kills in for the boys on FLYERS. A kill on the side of Ola right there, and the overshield is spawned, and no one was able to burn it on the side of FLYERS.
All four dead.
All four dead, and overshield in the hands of Envy, specifically Pistola, and everyone on FLYERS is subject to a spawn trap right now, Wes.
Okay, so you saw FLYERS get all four dead and get that first overshield. Envy answers right back on the second one. They get the slays, they get the overshield. It's their turn to make this a game.
Ola choosing to hit the basement flank, jumps up, spots two players, car one. This is such a great scenario for Envy where they have complete top control and the players of FLYERS keep spawning low and into heavy fire now. Ola top middle, still a little bit of that overshield, chooses to soar into the red bubble. I love this play. Pistola's got some help, but he runs into three members and gets taken down, so maybe a little bit too aggressive there. Out of Pistola. Of course, I say I loved it because I make a little bit too aggressive play sometimes. As Spartan falls to commonly 6-kill lead, still in the favor of FLYERS, but Envy making it very interesting.
The difference right now is FLYERS' ability to weather that overshield player and eliminate him without the damage being too much. They've been able to keep this 6-kill lead up until this point. It does look like Envy's going to have a little bit of map control. You see Sparty top mid, another player top car. If they can get these players trapped in blue like they are, if they can realize the situation that they have and take advantage of it, they can tie this game.
Yeah, and remember when Envy was trapped in blue, how patient and well they played it. On the other side, we had FLYERS trapped in blue, and Envy completely just demolished them out of that base. Now the rotation is on the other side. It's going to be at red base. Spartan is throwing some pre-nades, trying to get some hit markers, but spots that player going car one. I'd imagine he knows he's going to loop back around towards the bubble. So all four members of red, all four members are trapped at red on FLYERS. Spartan, big kill right there, opens up the car side of the map. Now the remaining three players will get collapsed on. Envy playing this textbook Halo right now. Perfect rotations, putting FLYERS in a dangerous spawn trap.
It's about what you do when you get control, and we just saw Envy get control and slay out twice. Now they have all of FLYERS once again spawning it blue. They're going to flip the map once again. They just picked up a brand new overshield to help do it, and right now, even though Pistola just naded his team, all the momentum is on Envy's side.
Pistola threw a grenade that took down two of his teammates, but to your point, I would still say the momentum is in their favor, but they could have really blown that open right there. Pistola, a little bit costly grenade to two of his teammates, still has overshield though now, hitting the car one flank towards red side, spots a player top car, spots a player top middle. What a flank out of Ola. This is why he's the wizard, making plays, but Ryan Noob says, sit down, Pistola, take this green gun, and now it's a 2-point game. FLYERS is still trailing though.
Keeping his team in the game because Pistola was about to do work. Ryan Noob with the combo eliminates the overshield story from this game. As of now, right now, just a 2-kill game as we cross the 30-kill mark. Game 5 on the line. Ryan Noob trying to be aggressive here. Does get the assist with the help of Onboard. That pick could open up the map.
Yeah, but Trippy thankfully for Envy was able to get that kill on Ryan Noob, because anytime Ryan Noob's one shot, you got to take care of him. He's going to end up causing so much problems. Now hopping on board with Trippy, he's top middle. He's trying to spot that player lower and gets a player's top middle with him. He wasn't even aware of it. Trippy trying to stay alive on that kill feed. Ola able to take some pressure off. Trippy runs into, commonly takes him down. So 2 members fall for FLYERS and 2 also fall for Envy. It's almost all tied up, 35-34.
Sparty trying to chase this kill bottom middle, does give up top control, but that kill probably worth it because his teammates being car side of the map are going to now be able to assert some dominance here top middle. Can Sparty stay alive down here? Because the information is that Sparty is down here somewhere. Are FLYERS going to be looking for him, or is this flank going to pay off?
2 members fall for Envy. Spartan falls as well. So 3 members fall right there for Envy. All tied up 38-38. Advantage in the side of FLYERS, I would say, as players are soaring bottom middle. Super CC in a great spot to put damage down. Not able to get the kill. Neither are his teammates. But finally, 2 members fall for Envy. And I believe Overshield, yes, has just been picked up by Commonly West. This could be the final stretch as Overshield and the lead in the favor of FLYERS. But Commonly gets stuck. Ryan Noob with the kill, 3-kill lead for FLYERS. Overshield is out of play right now.
A huge stake to make that overshield just a 1-for-1. But right now, Flyers, the rest of the team got kills as well. That separates these two teams. It's a 4-kill lead. Flyers once again in the driver's seat. They have Envy trapped at red. But do they know this? Do they understand that they can assert some dominance here and trap these players? Great shots from Onboard are going to get the first pick. And that could be the start, the first nail in the coffin for Envy fans.
5 kills to go, and Flyers will be in your grand finals. Make that 4 kills. Super CC picks up 1. Good shots on those players on red, and here we're on board with Onboard now, soaring in. He can smell it. He knows his team is so close to the grand finals. They've never been there before. 48-42, perfect shots out of Onboard. Now on board with Ryan Noob. Doesn't spot the player lifting behind him, or maybe he does actually. He has his teammate. 49-43, 1 more kill to go, and Flyers will be moving on to the grand finals. Super CC trying to find this final kill. 49-43. He's just sitting on this ledge right here, and there you have it. Onboard with the grenade kill. 50-43, and Flyers are moving on to your grand finals to face off against Cloud9. And what a Cinderella story. These guys have taken down Sentinels, then they took down Casey Pioneers, and now they just knocked out Team Envy. I don't even know where to start when it comes to this team. Congratulations to Flyers.
It's game 5. It's where players make their legacy. And Onboard goes 16-8, double positive to clutch his team the win to get into a finals, play against Cloud9. And that is the kind of performance you need someone to have on your team. Onboard really showing out here, playing at the highest level. But it's all of Flyers that are collapsing on these spawns, that are understanding the meta of Halo 5 and just dictating the pace of these games so well. They've deserved this spot in the finals, and I cannot wait to see what they can say about Cloud9.
Going from being runner-ups yesterday in the Open tournament, not even able to secure first place, to finding themselves in the finals of the Pro Championship Sunday tournament. Are you kidding me? These guys, what an amazing run. And I mean, hey, if there's anything to be said about this team, is that they have grit, they have heart, they have skill, they have teamwork, and they are playing some textbook Halo 5 right now, able to knock off some juggernauts on their gruesome path to this grand finals. But now they are all ready. They can taste victory, Wes. They're a couple series away from being crowned champions. But who's sitting on the other side? That's Renegade. That's Eco. That's Stellar. Right? These guys are champions. That's Penguin, of course. These guys are hungry, and I'm sure they're happy that they're playing up against Flyers right now in this grand finals.
Absolutely. I think they definitely wanted to see the underdogs win this series. I think that they're very confident going into that, but there's an adjective you didn't say about Flyers that speaks to me. It's resiliency. Their ability to lose game 1, be down in game 2, win game 2, be down 50 points in game 3, win game 3. You lose momentum after game 4, and you win the series. You close them out. You were down 2-0 against Sentinels earlier in the tournament. You reverse sweep them. This team is never out of a series. They've showed that they're never out of a game. Can they pull some of that magic off against Cloud9 in the finals? That's a big moment, and we're looking forward to seeing it.
Boys, what a series.